Welcome back to another episode of Bad Restaurant Reviews. Today we are calling out McDonald's again. If you laugh, hit that like button. What was your worst McDonald's experience? Comment below. My food was cold. The fries were half empty and I ordered a double quarter pounder and received a single. This is not hard. Update, I tried them again. I used the DoorDash. When I received my order it was missing several items. I called the manager, she said it was not her problem, call DoorDash. I told her I know to call DoorDash, but I wanted her to know that we as customers would like for her to get the orders correct. We want what we pay for. She did not care, she basically hung up on me. This franchise needs to be punished by McDonald's. They do not care about customer service at all. They do not absolutely care if they have customers, and that is obviously a culture issue from the ownership. Horrible franchise. Update. I ordered DoorDash and when the driver got there they were closed. This place is horrible. They are 24 hours. Can't tell you about their food quality because their drive-through menu and staff are so foobar we left. I wanted a menu, not the previous customer's order or staff slip. Save your attitude for your significant other. Management, fix your equipment. Long piece of hair in my food. Took it back and they only wanted to refund the food with the hair in it even though we gave back all the food. Went through the drive-through 3 times to get the correct refund. I'm so grossed out at this place. Recent visit through drive-through was like a nightmare on Elm Street. Not only was my order taken wrong, after receiving receipt I told cashier it wasn't right. She indicated that she corrected it already. Picked up order, as I expected, it was wrong. Parked, went inside and the nightmare began. The prep area was deplorable. Food all over the floor. The blender was not washed, rinsed upon making another blended drink. One of the male cooks did not have on a hairnet, mask, nor gloves and wiped his face with his shirt and continued to prep food. Or hell to the no. That was it. I just told the front cashier that's okay, I don't want a remake of my order. I don't want anything out of here ever. It's enough for us to have to worry about the world virus, and I know eating out isn't the healthiest, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Believe me, a lesson well learned. Ordered curbside pickup, waiting 20 minutes then went inside. Waited to talk to someone, then once I got the food they just handed me the cup, which is no issue, except the 2 front soda machines were out of ice, and including the back soda machine, all are out of syrup on the Dr. Pepper. Finally make it back to work to eat and the food's all cold. I understand it was into the lunch hour, but this is just ridiculous. Wasn't attentive to providing customer service. I said hello, thank you and have a good day without one response back. Simply because he was on his cell phone the whole transaction. He was an older African American guy in his late 40-50s. Looked like a manger due to the fact he had on a different collared shirt. The night crew asked for 2 Big Mac meals. We got our Big Mac meals, but we got fries that were like medium fries. When we ordered the combo on your sign to desert or anything, all I can say about this experience was awful. Very bad attitude. Worst customer service and just outright rude. Will never go back to this location and I recommend the same to everyone else. This McDonald's took a very long time to get through the drive-thru. The lady that was taking the order was very rude and did not take our order for the separate order we had. We are from Illinois and customers do not get ignored when it comes to multiple orders as long as it does not exceed to 4 or more. Waited 30+ minutes in the drive-thru and never got our food. We gave up after the 30-minute mark and there were still 2 cars in front of us. When we pulled up initially we pulled right up to the speaker with no one in front of us needing to order. There were cars in line up to the window. I do not recommend this particular McDonald's. After waiting in the drive-thru for what seemed like an hour, I just pulled on up to the window to order. Found out that only one person was working everything. That's just ridiculous. Tried to order sweet tea but they didn't have any made. The food was cold and hard as a rock. Finally another employee did show up at help and apologized for the delay. Please stay away from this McDonald's. This is by far the worst McDonald's I have ever been to. They had a huge crew working, yet they had more than 5 people including myself waiting around for food. The staff was standing around complaining about what time they got off. After waiting 25 minutes for my food, I finally spoke up and said something, and they replied saying, "We don't have any food, what do you want us to do?" Maybe stop standing around and getting to cooking would be a good start. Another customer pointed out that there was around 12 people in the kitchen and other areas behind the counter. I asked my money back and the employee side-eyed me as if I was an inconvenience to her. When her manager came to refund my money, she didn't even look at me, much less apologize for the horrible restaurant and staff she is running. This location needs to be shut down. I visited this location multiple times only because it's close to where I live. This place has the rudest employees I have ever encountered, especially at night. Plus, at this location my order rarely comes out correctly or even efficiently. The employees act like they have not received any kind of training on how to operate efficiently because they are slow on orders majority of the time and act like do not know what they are doing. None of them understand how the mobile app works. The managers obviously can't handle the employees because all of them act wildly and incredibly unprofessional. Worst of all, when it comes to a customer problem, instead of trying to come to a fair solution, they will be insanely rude and even use profanity towards the customer. Customer services is at its lowest at this place. And to put the cherry on top, the multiple drug deals that I have seen by this location from the drive-thru alone is ridiculous. I have had enough of this place. It needs to go. It took 18 minutes in drive-thru. I was charged full price for a large drink instead of the $1 anywhere else. The staff asked me my order 6 times but then tried to give me another one. I mean, I had a simple McGriddle sausage sandwich too and sweet tea. A man came on a tractor parked, walked across the street into the store, got his food, ate and left. I still had not gotten to the food window yet. I was late for work. I will never go to another McDonald's for breakfast or any meal ever. I literally have never had a good experience at this location. There is always a long wait. The staff is rude. You always have to pull forward and wait even if you have 2 items. And to put icing in the cake, I almost always have to get out and go in because my order is incorrect. I know it's not something they can help, but there are a lot of homeless people around the doors. I would not recommend this location at all. Please eat anywhere else. I kept going to this location because it's so close to work, but I avoid it completely now. Went on Friday, the 20th of December 19, at 4:50 AM. Another car and I sat at the drive-thru speakers for several minutes. Hello, and finally someone responded. In a horrible rude tone, "We are changing shifts and won't be taking your order. How about that?" Wow. Okay then. I drove to another restaurant and ordered my breakfasts for 3. Fast forward to Monday the 23rd. I made sure to go 20 minutes earlier and sat at the speaker for 15 minutes without a response at all. If this is a time the store typically closes for shift change, you should post it. And definitely shouldn't be rude when letting someone know. No reason for it. I will not be trying this place again. Worst McDonald's I've ever been to. Unprofessional, didn't get the order right, didn't offer condiments, and I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. It's also in a shady little area near downtown. Deserted and lots of people asking for money. Told me they were not taking orders after waiting in line when they were nowhere near closing time. If you are hungry, don't come here cause you might leave still hungry. Took over 30 minutes to get my food. Food was cold. Manager and cashier were rude. Horrible all the way around. It's only 10 o'clock at night at this 24-hour drive-thru. They have just decided not to take anybody's orders. After 30 minutes of sitting, they finally decided to take orders. Please do some more hiring or get people who actually want to work, or do whatever I have to take to get this thing running. Suppose we fast food, not slow food. The service was terrible. I ordered 3 breakfast meals which were all correct on the receipt, but they could not put the correct food in the bag. We waited 10 minutes in the drive-thru. When we got our food, it was incorrect. So we went back in. A lady that waited on us got an attitude and asked what was wrong. We told her the correct items were not in the bag. She took the receipt and bag and replaced the items. Thinking it was correct, now we headed home. Come to find out it was still incorrect. The lady that corrected it was on her personal phone the whole time, and a couple others were just gossiping, not even helping. I will never go back to this McDonald's. The North Tucker McDonald's is my living hell as an Uber Eats driver. I've waited in line for over an hour one busy night. Just tonight I stopped to pick up an order. Nobody in line when I got there. Still took someone 5+ minutes just to take my order. I'm shocked this place has as many as 3 stars. No wonder half the positive reviews sound like bots. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, ta ta.